In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Court's calling 2016-236 State of Arkansas versus Terry McIntyre.
Judge, we're here today for the purpose of pretrial. There's no pretrial motions to take up at this time. Discovery has been provided. I believe, I want to say we even have crime lab back, but maybe no crime lab back yet.
Judge, I think that's right. That's the only thing that we're... No. Look at page 51 of the discovery.
Okay, we do have crime lab back. I thought we had.
Okay, we have the matter down for, this is a matter down for trial during the week of May 8th. Today's pre-trial was to, today was to be pre-trial as counsel said. Have we got discovery? Other than got discovery now completed, do we have any other issues to take up?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, my notes, and this is my fault since I've been up to Taney County 3 times in the last couple of months. He apparently has a hold in Taney County. I really should have grabbed some of the prosecutors up there and see what they wanted to do with him, and I will check on that before our next court appearance.
Okay. All right. That next court appearance.
Judge, if the court could set it for May 5th, Mr. McIntyre is currently a resident of the Arkansas Department of Corrections. And so we will bring him up for trial, but bring him up in enough time that if we can resolve the matter prior to the trial week, we will.
All right. His next appearance will be May 5th, 2017. Trial is scheduled for the week of May 8th. Mr. McIntyre, you may be excused. 2016-238, State of Arkansas versus Shad Stewart.
Judge, this is another one. We're set for pre-trial today. There are no pre-trial motions to be had. I believe discovery is complete in this one as well. No motions to take up by the defense.
We're on the same track of May 8th trial week, and he'll reappear on May 5th. That'll be the plea deadline.
Thank you.
All right? Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Carter? 2017-72, State of Arkansas versus Eddie Criswell. This matter is down today for review and for setting on a scheduling order. Arraignment occurred on March 17th. Run of Judge Putman, plea of not guilty entered, public defender appointed.
Jeremy, are you going to represent him?
I believe so, yes.
All right, we'll put him down for let's see. Does the state have an arrest date on this?
Judge, that's what I'm looking for. Based on these charges, Mr. Criswell was picked up for a violation of his parole. He was, and in looking at his book-in sheet from the Department of Corrections, they have his old date as entering the Department of Corrections listed. It appears he was taken to the Grimes unit on February 28th. We filed these charges in October. He was served with this particular warrant on the 17th of March, but he'd more or less been picked up on these charges, so I would prefer to use the earliest date possible. And at the moment, Judge, I'm going to say probably November 1st. At least that's the date that we ought to use, because that was the date that the warrant of the affidavit was signed. So if we could have a scheduling order that uses that date, I would appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah. He's a sex offender gets federally registered. They're going to deny his parole.
What's our trial date in August? Or trial week in August?
The week of August 21st.
I'm setting this matter down for trial during the week of August 21st. I'll set it for a pretrial on July 14th. and I'll put him down to reappear. For a reappearance on June 2nd. See if we can't get this matter moving on that basis.
Your Honor, is there a bond set for Mr. Criswell? I don't know if we could address that. I apologize.
$15,000.
That's what's said.
That work set for August what?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
The trial was set August what date?
21st, week of August 21st.
Okay, thank you.
The trial date is now scheduled for August 21st. There's a pretrial set for July 14th and a reappearance on June 2nd for the defendant to be back in court.
Your Honor, I believe he's requesting an OR bond. I'll note that he's told me he's not ever had a failure to appear, and he'd be bonding out to his mother's address, which is local, I believe.
Judge, he's currently in the Department of Corrections. Given the nature of these charges, I recognize that he has a parole hearing coming up, but based on these charges and the fact that he's currently in the Department of Corrections, I have a strong suspicion that parole is going to be denied.
Well, in terms of, at the present time, his bond is set at $15,000 if and when he is eligible to make bond. And I'm going to leave it there.
Yes, sir.
At this point.
Thank you. Is there any way you can get care of days that might back?
I'm not understanding what was requested.
The question is, if we get a meeting.
We got too much to do besides this thunderstorm. If we lose electricity, you know.
Can't understand a word.
Is there any way that me and my lawyers can talk to prosecutors to get this taken care of today? That way I don't have to come back to the county and none of that?
I don't know if it can be taken care of today or not, Your Honor.
All right, I got it now.
We can bring him over. I'd probably offer him 7 years.
If we could bring him over, we can try to work it out, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll put him down to be transported over for the afternoon session.
Thank you.
Your house is a reflection of you. Hi, I'm Gayla with Trinity Flooring. And flooring is all we do. We're expert at choosing the right product for the right application for every room in your home. Installation is the key. And we guarantee the best installation in the Ozarks at the right price. We proudly serve the Harrison area and we'll bring the samples to your door.
Trinity Flooring, do it right the first time.
TrinityFlooringBranson.com.
This is Josh from Harrison Battery and Tire. Lots of folks have been asking about roadside assistance, and now it's available. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we can quickly and efficiently take care of your tires and battery issues with one phone call. Professional, secure, comforting to get you back on the road. No matter what time, no matter what type of vehicle you drive, call for details at 870-741-7041. Harrison Battery and Tire on the curve of Main Street in Harrison, HarrisonBatteryandTire.com. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Ah, sweet Louise, do you dream of Hercules? To be the best dressed for a tan, where you sure are something, the best there ever was.
The new Sport Heritage line.
Well, it won't mean nothing unless you try my luck and bring her out to you, Louise.
Only from Yamaha.
Hello, Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. This time of year, people tend to be disappointed in themselves for not following through with New Year's resolutions. Well, we have a thought for you. Why New Year's resolutions? Why not New Day resolutions? Each day is an opportunity for us to start fresh, have a new attitude, be more positive, and take better care of ourselves. We're here to help by providing the natural and organic grocery and supplements that you need. Come see us at Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison, just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. And remember, when you start each day, make a New Day resolution to be a better and healthier you.
2016-306. This is State of Arkansas versus Billy Hunt.
You're going to also have a revocation 2005-88 on Mr. Hunt.
Do we have this case on a scheduling order?
Judge, I have a scheduling order filed in this case.
Oh, yes, there it is.
Back from November.
All right. Last page. Got it.
Today reflects to be a reappearance date. There are no issues as far as the defense is concerned. Looks like we have discovery.
Mr. Carter, are you aware of this revocation?
No. Mr. Gibson mentioned it to me, and
apparently we don't have the file up here.
Judge, it may just be a file that we have on Mr. Hunt, because it looks like the notes last of this are from May of 16.
oh, well, when ACC sort of shakes their head.
I can check and see if we have it.
Okay. 'Cause I'm not aware of anything.
Judge, I reflect there was an alias issued on August the 8th of 2016.
On the revocation? Or
Correct, Your Honor.
What's the case number?
Judge, and I'm not quite sure. It may have been served on him already on the alias because he appeared back before this court in December. And the alias showed to be issued in August, so.
Well, on his current case, he's on that is 2016-306, the one we called. He's on track. This was the date to determine that discovery, status of discovery, and any plea offers getting initiated, those kind of things. It's my understanding that that is on track. He's down for a pretrial on April 21st and is scheduled for trial during the week of June 5th. Any other matters to be taken up on that matter at this time?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Your next appearance in court will be April 21st, sir.
We're not take care of this today, Your Honor?
Pardon? You show him as an absconder? All right. Well, then we need to locate that warrant and get it served and get the files set up. You think you have a warrant downstairs?
He was in court in December, and my assumption would be that he was in court because that alias was served on him.
Okay.
Yeah, the sequence of events looks like the alias would have issued prior to him being in court the last time in December. So, Mr. Hunt, why are you incarcerated now?
They're holding me for possession of OxyContin and a failure to appear.
Okay. He must have been picked up before that December date on the new case off the alias. So I would assume the alias has been issued if he's still being held on this.
Well, I'd like to track it down today, what the status of this is. So. All right. You may be excused for now. You may hear from us later. You may be excused. 2016-308, State of Arkansas versus Michael Shipley.
If I may approach, he's made application on the revocation case. We've already been appointed in the case.
Okay, so we have listed here that Mr. Hancock was representing him. That's not the case any longer?
Judge, my recollection of that is Mr. Shipley in open court indicated to the court that he had retained Mr. Hancock, but Mr. Hancock's office did not reflect that same agreement. So I think it was just a motion that Mr. Shipley had orally made. I don't know that Mr. Hancock ever entered his appearance privately.
And again, there's a revocation case on this?
There is, Judge. The revocation case
I got it.
is 2010-52. I'm going to give Mr. Gibson everything that we have on the revocation case. Judge, we actually have Mr. Shipley set for a revocation hearing today.
That's correct. And that's what he's applied for and you're being appointed for right now, is to represent Mr. Shipley in case 2010-52. That's the revocation case. For his making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office.
This is
Thank you very much.
Judge, now that we've been appointed in the revocation case, I would ask, well, has he been arraigned on the revocation?
Yes, he was arraigned on February 24th.
Judge, I would ask that we continue the revocation hearing. We'd waive the 60-day requirement. Give me an opportunity to further evaluate the case. There's, I believe, a scheduling order.
Michael Shipley.
The primary basis for the revocation is the new is the new case, appears to the court.
We do have a scheduling order. Pretrial motions are due April 12th, and we have a date of a pretrial of April 21st. I talked to Mr. Gibson, and based on those dates, I think that having a hearing in his revocation on April 21st would be most productive, because it would potentially encompass anything in the underlying case also.
Judge, I agree with that. Give us time to get it over and have a resolution or not.
Court will set the revocation hearing down for a hearing on April 21st, noting a waiver of the 60-day requirement. In case 2016-308, we're proceeding on the this current scheduling order. He's to reappear on April 21st for pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Shipley, you may be excused, sir.
Sam Alexander Pharmacy has expanded and is now offering many additional products and services. Their new pharmaceutical compounding area allows them to create products to fit the unique needs of a customer. They also have added Spinco orthotic shoes and sandals, Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes, baby gifts by Aiden and Anais, and toys by Melissa and Doug. Stop in today and let them help you with any of your specialty pharmaceutical needs. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy in Harrison.
I'm Randall. I work at the on-site lab at Dental Creations on the square at Harrison. Working with Dr. Wanda is great. She's taught me a lot and showed me a lot, and she gives us the freedom to get one-on-one with the patient. If there's a problem, we can actually come out of the back and do what's best for the patient. Having this on-site lab here with the doctors, that's really nice.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot. Spring is here, and Quality Feed Grains has Spring High Mag Loose Mineral to prevent incidents of grass tetany in your beef cattle. They're now taking orders for baby chicks through May 31st and baby ducks through April 14th. Mark your calendar for April 8th and join them for Customer Appreciation Day from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Quality Feed Grains with 2 locations, 4617 Highway 65 South and 311 East Prospect in Harrison.
Every week, TKOA Television's Dennis King sits down with area leaders to make a connection about the good things happening in our area. In this web-exclusive special, Dennis sits down with 3rd District U.S. Representative Steve Womack, who gives us an update on what all is really going on in the nation's capital. Join us as TKOA shares another great connection.
From the revocation list, we have 2013-233, State of Arkansas versus Corey Oler.
Judge, Mr. Erwin Davis is going to represent Corey Oler. I believe Erwin is in Fort Smith today. He was just going to have Mr. Oler enter a plea of not guilty. I think he's talked to Mr. Oler. Erwin Davis has talked to you?
No, sir.
He hasn't?
No.
He indicated to me that he had. He's also representing him in Carroll County?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is a case is down today for a first appearance on allegations contained in a petition to revoke. The allegations are that on or about January 18th of 2017, the defendant committed the offense of possession of methamphetamine with intent to deliver, endangering the welfare of a minor, possession of drug paraphernalia, and obstructing governmental operations. All violations of the law, which is, of course, is a condition of his probation, that he not violate the law in any manner. The other allegation is that he was not to possess methamphetamine. There were 3 separate incidents in which he either tested positive for or admitted use of controlled substances while on probation. Those are the allegations in the petition. On the allegations in the petition, Mr. Oler, how do you now plead?
I'm pleading not guilty, but I talked to Officer Atwood, which is the officer that arrested me, and he said that the charges had never even been filed, and that was for 60 days ago.
That what had never been called?
He told me that when I got arrested on this morning, he told me that the charges had never been filed. I've never even been in court on the charges or anything at all.
What he's saying, Judge, is that the file in the underlying case has not been set up. We brought over, Judy K., how many, 20 or so files to be set up. Mr. Oler was one of them. As I've indicated, I have talked to Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis's instructions are he's to enter a plea of not guilty and the revocation and have a hearing set for 4/21. And Mr. Davis is available on that date.
All right. Mr. Oler, reflecting a plea of not guilty, I don't know what you took from your conversation with Deputy Atwell, but the fact is it is alleged that you have committed these crimes, and whether they're set up or not at this point, it still is a violation. That you were arrested on them is still a violation of the terms and conditions. So at this point, the court is going to set this down for hearing on April 21st. Given the date of filing of this, the court is going to reflect that the 60-day requirement is waived. To allow Mr. Davis to have time to prepare and be over on April 21st for hearing on this matter. You may be...
Is there any way I could get a bond or anything on this? I mean, I'm out on 2 bonds anyway for revocation also in Carroll County. So, I mean, I haven't hit the rain or anything like that. Those have been my 4 days.
Judge, I told Mr. Davis that I was going to be opposed to any bond. He's got pending revocations in 2 counties. He has new charges over here. And his revocation in Carroll County, as I understand it, is based on allegations not connected to our allegations of a new charge.
It's all for the same. It's all for the same charges. Because they ran my case concurrent with each other.
At this time, the court's just is not going to set a bond on this revocation proceeding. We'll take that up when on the 21st.
All right, thank you.
2015-201, State of Arkansas versus Dylan Jones.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Judge, for reasons that befuddle me, we've already pled Dylan into drug court. Court signed an order. He has that pending revocation, and all they had to do was resolve it last Friday, and for whatever reason, they chose not to do it.
I think I know what.
But actually, we're hoping to get Dylan into the ACC program. We were hoping this week, and I hope that this revocation thing hasn't messed it all up.
All right.
Can you check on that? Yeah. He's accepted into drug court. We have a court order for the 90-day treatment program, and I just want to know if this revocation is messing it up. Because if it is, I can resolve that pretty quick.
Right. Well, there's nothing to be taken up today.
I'm aware of, no, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Jones, I anticipate you'll be going into the 90-day program as quickly as possible. All right.
All right. Your Honor, I was wondering if I could maybe get a furlough or something to see my family before I get sent off, or maybe get an ADC bond until that opens up.
Judge,
my family.
We discussed that 2 weeks ago.
Right. No, we're not going to do that at this point. We're going to get these other things straightened out, and we'll take up our goal is to get you into the treatment program as quickly as possible. That's our priority at this point. All right.
Your Honor, am I going to have another court date, or will that be after I get out of the program?
That'll be after you complete the program. You'll be coming back here to be released and enter and be involved in the drug court program. That's what you're going to come back for.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. Tara Sayers, S-Y-R-E-S. This is 2016-204. I have this down for attorney status. Has the Public Defender's Office been appointed in this matter?
I think we have, Your Honor. I've got a file on Ms. Sayers.
All right. Yes, they have been in here. All right. This matter is as reflected here on the docket. It's set for trial during the week of May 8th. This was a pretrial date for Ms. Sayers. Are there any issues to be pretried today?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor. Do you have a date when we were appointed to this case? I don't have any notes in my file.
I signed off on March 10th.
Based on that, Your Honor, I have not met with the defendant. I would ask for the pretrial to be continued. I don't know if this case is a case that may plea out or not, but us just being appointed.
The arrest date on this case was listed as June 1st. I will, I will reset the pretrial date for April 21st.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor,
Yes?
I had asked for this to be resolved this 2 weeks ago. I've been clean for 5 months and I'm losing everything I've worked for my beach session here. Anyway, we can resolve this today.
Yeah, bring her over.
If we can bring her over, Your Honor, we'll try to get that done.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll order that she be brought over for this afternoon.
Yes.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. This time of year, people tend to be disappointed in themselves for not following through with New Year's resolutions. Well, we have a thought for you. Why New Year's resolutions? Why not New Day resolutions? Each day is an opportunity for us to start fresh, have a new attitude, be more positive, and take better care of ourselves. We're here to help by providing the natural and organic grocery and supplements that you need. Come see us at Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison, just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. And remember, when you start each day, make a New Day resolution to be a better and healthier you.
All right. Any other inmates to be taken up this time?
Yes, Your Honor, there's two. The first one is Travis Blackwell.
All right. Mr. Carter, do you have any information about Mr. Blackwell's case?
I do.
As I understand, the information's in the processing point, but the file's not set up at this point. Is that correct?
Well, I don't necessarily know about that, but I could give the court a copy of the criminal information and the affidavit that we filed. And to be fair, has he applied to the public defender, Mr. Blackwell? Okay. Judge, I do also have a packet of discovery to hand to anybody who wants to be Mr. Blackwell's defense attorney.
Mr. Blackwell, you're incarcerated at this point, having been arrested on charges that have now been made by the prosecuting attorney's office, charges of possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, Class D felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, separate Class D felony. Apparently, the warrant hasn't been returned, or if it has been, it hasn't been processed through the clerk's office as yet to set up a file. So we don't have a formal, we're not set up to do a formal arraignment at this point. So
I got served with the warrant, sir, and it's April 14th is my date that I got served with the warrant last week.
Okay.
I have a court date on April 14th coming up for the same charge.
Well, at this point, we're going to treat this as an 8.1 hearing. 8.1 refers to Rule 8.1 of the Arkansas Rules of Criminal Procedure. You're incarcerated at this time. You're entitled to be brought before a court, informed of what your charges are, and also what bond has been set, and certain rights. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm advising you that you've been served with a warrant. It hasn't been returned to the clerk's office. As soon as that's done, then a file will be set up. But that hasn't been done as yet. So What I'm doing is informing you the charges against you are possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine, a Class D felony, possession of drug paraphernalia related to methamphetamine, a separate Class D felony. The court will advise you that bond in your case is set at $30,000, cash or professional bond. We will be arraigning you as soon as that file is set up, either in front of this court or in front of Judge Putman. And that'll either be on the 14th of April or on the 21st of April. But as you say, you've been given that April 14th court date.
Judge, I think part of the reason that the bond is set at $30,000 is that Mr. Blackwell appeared in this court on May 27th of 2016, pled guilty to some drug-related charges, and was put on probation for a period of 4 years. So I suspect that in addition to the new charge, a revocation is also coming.
Well, I would anticipate that as well, but at this point, I'm just trying to deal with this. So, Mr. Blackwell, I'm just advising you, those are the charges against you. That's where the bond has been set at this point. The court further advises you that you have certain constitutional rights when you're in jail that must be observed. Those rights include the right to an attorney. You exercise that right by either hiring the attorney of your choice or if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, making application to the Public Defender's Office in order to secure appointed counsel. That's your choice as to how that's to be handled. If you're going to make application to the Public Defender's Office, I would advise you there are forms available there at the jail that you can fill out and turn in and get that process started sooner rather than later. You also have the right to remain silent, which means what that means is you have the right to refuse to answer any questions while you're when law enforcement seeks to ask you questions. Do you have any questions about your rights or your status?
No, sir.
All right. You may be excused.
Spring is here, and Quality Feed Grains has Spring High Mag Loose Mineral to prevent incidents of grass tetany in your beef cattle. They're now taking orders for baby chicks through May 31st and baby ducks through April 14th. Mark your calendar for April 8th and join them for Customer Appreciation Day from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Quality Feed Grains with 2 locations, 4617 Highway 65 South and 311 East Prospect in Harrison.
Who else is there?
Your Honor, we have one more. His name is Travis Hall. I believe he's needs a first appearance as well.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Do you think it's on this list? Okay. You're Travis Wayne Hall?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, I apologize. I don't have a file on Mr. Hall.
Apparently, it was just there was an alias warrant issued in Mr. Hall's case. In case 2016-272, he did not appear on October 28th of 2016. An alias warrant was issued. I think we later in March On March 10th, we discovered he was in the Ashley County Jail. I guess we got him back, and he has now been served with that alias warrant that was served on him on March 23rd, and so that's his case. It's a case already on our docket, but that has been on inactive status since there was an alias warrant outstanding since October. That's what we have there.
Judge, is there any indication as to who his defense counsel may be?
Yes, it's no, I'm incorrect. He appeared for no, he did not appear. On October 21st, 2016, he was down for arraignment. He did not appear, but it notes his appearance was excused. I don't have any reference to why it was excused, but Judge Putman put him down to reappear on the following week on the 28th for arraignment. That's the date he did not appear in front of this court, and an alias warrant was issued. Obviously, ultimately, on March 10th, we discovered that he was in the Ashley County Jail, and he's back now on our docket. The case is on the Division 4 docket. There's never been an attorney arranged for or a scheduling order entered. Mr. Hall, you have, the court is advising you, you have a right to, a constitutional right to be represented by an attorney. Have you made a decision as to where you're going to secure your attorney from?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay. Well, the court will advise you that you have that absolute right to an attorney. What that means is that you have the right to go out and hire the attorney of your choice. If you make a private hire of an attorney, the court doesn't get involved in any form or fashion. That's your right. You go out and hire the attorney of your choice. However, if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court will get involved to appoint a counsel. The way you arrange for appointed counsel is you make application to the public defender's office. The forms are there at the jail. I strongly urge you to consider filling one out and turning it in and getting that process started as promptly as possible. Unless, of course, you're intending to hire private counsel, in which case, you do that. That's a matter of private counsel, private contract between you and the attorney you choose to hire. So that's your status in terms of counsel. Your case is on the docket, has been for since last fall.
Yes, sir.
The court at this time is going to enter a scheduling order.
Judge, if we could first inquire how long he was in the Ashley County Jail.
Yes, sir. I've been incarcerated, sir, for almost 5 months.
Judge, that leads me to believe then that we need to use our arrest date potentially for speedy trial purposes if he was in jail here in the state of Arkansas.
Right.
So if we could have a short schedule.
No, of course. Court's going to put it down for trial. So, Mr. Hall, I'm telling you, you need to have an attorney sooner rather than later. So, if you're going to apply for the public defender's office, get that done today. Get the forms and get that done today.
Yes, sir, I will.
All right. You've never been formally arraigned on the charges in this case. The court is advising you that the charges in this case are aggravated assault, a Class D felony, and carrying a weapon, a Class A misdemeanor. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty, sir.
I'm putting you down for a not guilty plea, directing you to make arrangements to secure counsel as promptly as possible. I'm going to put you on this court's scheduling order that has you down for a May 8th trial during the week of May 8th. I'm going to put you down for a pretrial on April 21st for pretrial, and that'll be your next court appearance date. All right, you may be excused.
Your Honor, may I speak for?
Sir?
Your Honor, I've been ready for 5 months now in Ashland County jail. It's at the south corner of Arkansas. My father at the first week at bail bond for that I can come up here so that I can attend this, Your Honor. Now, I missed court. It is, of course, my fault, but the lack of funds to make it up here. I have made make it drive up here on the docket, which I know initially it is my fault that I didn't have the money to make it on the point in time. That was the reason that I was excused that 1 week because I didn't have the money again. I was trying to think of it, and I didn't. I know it's initially my fault. But I am asking for a bond, and Mr. Campbell is waiting for a phone call. My father's waiting for a call. Mr. Campbell, if you could set me a bond, a reasonable bond, my father took 6 hours of wait to pick me up, and he would be responsible for picking me back. I do ask you that, please. I have a 10-year-old son that I can attend to.
Well,
it's also with my father.
Judge,
in this time,
we've had a warrant outstanding for this long.
I have been in jail for 5 months. Please do see that.
Well, I hear you. I understand that.
Yes, sir.
For some reason, we didn't get notified of that, and as soon as we were, we made every effort to get you up here. But
sir, we did.
The point is that it's been a lengthy period of time, and we need to get this matter resolved one way or another. We can't move forward until you have an attorney. At this point, I'm going to. I'm not going to set a bond at this point. I'd like to have counsel in place and discuss it with your attorney, and we'll make arrangements on bond once you have counsel in place.
Yes, sir.
All right. You may be excused.
Your Honor, that's all at this point for now.
All right.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help you.